What's up, WoTLK here, back in another video, and today I want to do a Wrath Fresh preparation video just on everything you should do to get ready for tomorrow, because tomorrow is the big day, and I want to have basically a whole outline for you guys on what you should do in preparation, and just to make sure that nothing goes wrong, or at least hopefully nothing goes wrong, and just trying to be at least one step ahead of everything. Okay, so first up I want to talk about the add-on situation. Now, I've tried to find some answers about add-ons, and so far it seems that you can use the 3.4 client add-ons, or also the 2.4 client add-on should work, and the folder I don't think will get replaced, but we'll go over that tip in a second. I just want to move on to add-ons really quick. So add-ons, I'm just going to list off the ones that I use in particular, and there's plenty of videos on this, so I'm not going to go very much into detail on all of these, but a lot of these you can look up and try to figure out what other people are using. Okay, so first up I have Atlas Loot Classic, and then Attune, Bagnon, Classic LFG or LFG Bulletin Board. They both work, but I would prefer LFG Bulletin Board. DBM, obviously, for raid encounters and boss encounters. Details for the damage meter. Nova Instance Tracker and Nova World buffs are going to help you track dungeon instances and the buffs that drop. Again, I don't know if world buffs are going to be as prominent in Wrath of Lich King, but still good to know, especially for fresh. Questy, or another add-on like Zygor or AAP, which will help you quest. I prefer Questy because I don't want to be just pushed along with all that stuff. And we're moving on to vendor price. Vendor price is really good for checking the price of items and kind of knowing what to throw away if you don't need it, especially when your bags get full. But that's it for add-ons, although I will say one tip here is to save your add-on folder. Now, I would just save it just in case they release a new client version. I think they'll just replace the Burning Crusade client with an update, but if they add a Wrath client that is like for the pre-patch or whatever it is, then we'll go to that. But overall, I think it'll just be the Burning Crusade client turned into the Wrath client. Again, there's probably some confusion with fresh servers. I'm not 100% sure. I've tried to figure out what pre-patch version the stuff is on, and no one can really answer stuff. For example, add-ons are working in beta, but some of the add-ons aren't working in PTR, so there's a lot of stuff in the air right now. And also with the add-ons, I will mention one thing: the 3.4 client version add-on should work on this new client, and also the 2.5x ones should work for this client as well. Some add-ons have the 2.5, some add-ons have 3.4, so just try to download the newest version. If you use the Twitch client, it's probably going to download the newest version for you. I just prefer to do it manually. Now, moving on to basically just downloading the game. Make sure you're downloading the Burning Crusade Classic client and just hopping in, setting up your graphics settings, making sure it's all good to go. You know, it's probably a simple thing to put here, but really you should just have everything ready so that, you know, it could be a small step. It could be on max settings. Your game could be running like terribly. You want to make sure add-ons are working correctly and not causing any errors, so you can disable certain add-ons if stuff is happening. And you just don't want to get disconnected, especially if during these peak times when the servers kind of go live, people are going to be kind of hounding on them, so you really want to make sure that you're on top of that. Okay, moving on next year, I want to talk about one thing that people aren't really going to bring up, and most people don't really talk about because they want to be the first ones into the server. This is how to get into Wrath Fresh servers incredibly fast. I'm going to give you a tip that's probably not talked about a lot, but when you download the new client, now by the way, the new client should go live, the download for it should go live way before the servers go live. So the servers will go live at 3 p.m. PST, or even earlier, or probably later, right? So it's around there. The maintenance is going to happen between 11 a.m. I believe and 3 p.m. PST. So the servers could go live at 2, they could go live at 1, we don't know, but the client will for sure be able to be downloaded before that. And then when you have the client, you can launch it, and you can actually just sit on the offline screen. So there's going to be a bunch of servers. Obviously it's only going to be 2, right? So not a bunch, but there'll be the server list, and you could sit on that offline, and when the servers go live, you don't need to close your game unless there's an update or something happened, but there shouldn't be. And when those servers go live, you could just double click on the world that you want to get into. So you could sit there and spam your mouse button just to get into the server that you want. Especially if it's around the time that the servers are about to go live, you could just be spamming on the world that you want to get into. Even though it says offline, it will tick online when the servers go live. So that's a good tip to get in. And probably a lot of people aren't going to talk about that because they want to be the first ones in. And maybe I shouldn't be bringing it up either, but hey, you know, there's going to be a queue time no matter what. I've missed a lot of queues in my day, so maybe it's my time to get the other end of the stick. Hopefully I don't see a queue, and I'm just going to go ahead and knock on wood for that one. Okay, moving on. Now, I know this is probably not the tip that people want to hear, and I understand that, but you watch YouTube videos if you're here, so obviously you're into that social media type of stuff. I recommend watching a streamer. Now, only reason why is you can tell when the servers are going to go live if a streamer gets in. So if one of the streamers are really hardcore, like Joker D, which a Joker D TV would probably be going hard on this. I think he's in his title yesterday. He had Wrath Fresh in his name, so I assume that he's gonna be playing. And he's the type of dude that like wants to hit 60 as fast as possible. So he's gonna be trying to get into the servers quick. So it's just the reason why you want to watch one. You can turn it off immediately once you're in, but it's just to make sure that you're up to date with the new information, because streamers and streamers chats will be constantly filled like, hey, servers are up, servers are up, servers are up. And when you see that, boom, I mean, people will type it for you. So there's a lot of helpful stuff in those comment sections that people will be messaging and saying, and then the streamer will be doing also like, oh, I'm in. And then everybody's like, oh, okay, so we can load up the game or even sit on the servers like I told you. And that's just a good tip because it helps overall. It's helped me every single time because people will spam servers are up in the chat and I can immediately check, and I've always gotten in. And I've never seen a queue time aside from the second day of Classic WoW, and I sat in queue while I slept, and then I woke up and I was in, so it kind of worked out. Hey, and also mentioning streamers, if you wanted to watch me, you could watch me. I should be streaming tomorrow if all goes well. I'm going to try to have that all set up tonight and get it all ready to go, so I should be streaming tomorrow. If you want to watch me, I'd appreciate it. I probably won't have any viewers, so if you stop by, you'll probably be my only viewer, and you'll make my day, and that'd be great. And, you know, prove me wrong that I won't have any viewers. It's my first time live streaming, so I figured I'd give a little shameless plug real quick, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. We'll move on to sleeping. I recommend, if you're going hardcore on this, if you're a hardcore player, you better sleep until like 1 p.m. or 2 p.m. You're going to need as much time as possible to sleep through the day, so that way you're ready to go when the servers go live, and you can push as long as you can. Now again, this is for the no-lifers out there. Call me what you want, you know what I mean? But this is just to prep you. This is how I did it in Classic WoW. This is how I did it in SOM. I just kind of slept until like an hour or two before the servers I thought would go live. Now again, be wary. The servers might go live earlier, but typically with Blizzard, they're probably not going to go live until like 5 or 6. There might even be problems late into the night. I think something happened. I can't remember when, but it was like, it might have even been with Classic WoW. It was like, so there's some servers didn't go live until like the next day, or it was like 3 a.m. in the morning when the servers went live. It was kind of crazy. I'm trying to think back, but just try to have your sleep schedule in order and be ready to go for that. And hey, my last tip here is just to have some fun. Whether you're going PvP or PvE servers, no matter what, just try to have fun with the game tomorrow. It's going to be a lot of fun. Hopefully we get in with a short amount of time and nothing goes too wrong tomorrow. It is some heavy copium, but overall, just try to have fun with it and enjoy it. But that should wrap it up here for everything and all this stuff that you should prepare for. As much as I can think of, please comment down below and let others know what's going on, what you guys think about how to prepare for tomorrow. Maybe give some tips and tricks for other people. You know, it's nice. It's good to have like a little community discussion down there. And I appreciate all of you for commenting and watching my videos. And until the next video, also like and subscribe. Peace.